Hey, what's up, you guys? Just coming at you. I'm out in the field playing around with the Petzval Lomography 80.5 Mark II lens, and I have taken some time to come out to Pescadero State Beach area, kind of monkeying around in the wetlands to the east and on the coastline to the west in that general area for some field time with this lens, and I've got it paired up with my Nikon D780. I've enjoyed the experience. It did take a little bit of getting used to, primarily because of the manual facets of the lens. I'm used to a lot of digital lenses on this type of a camera body. I do shoot film, so I'm accustomed to, manual aspects of lenses, but in this scenario it's been interesting to kind of have a digital tool that's shooting, but I've got a lens on here that has not only a manual focus ring, which is really a nice manual focus ring, it's got a nice tension to it, and throwing it around is really a pleasurable experience, but also a smooth aperture ring on the lens, which affects depth of field obviously, but also then has a quick ability to reduce light coming into the lens, which has a direct effect on how dark your photos are. So the lens itself is quite a light lens for an 85, not an 85, but an 80, because normally I'm used to some lenses that are in this focal length that are quite large and usually have some weight to them. But this one's really light and lean. The quality feel of the lens is really nice. I haven't had an opportunity to play with those plates necessarily. At this point, I didn't bring them out into the field with me, but I have intentions on doing a little bit of that. Also, on my unboxing video, I did mention a ring on a Petzval that will affect the swirl of the bokeh. This particular lens is not that lens. I mentioned it in the unboxing, but this one doesn't have it, so I'm not able to kind of play with that. But that's okay, not a big deal, and it hasn't really affected my experience with the lens. So yeah, it's been a pleasure to shoot with. The results I'm getting, that I'm seeing, are looking really nice and sharp. And then because the kind of dynamic of the Petzval lens, you're gonna see really sharp right in the center. The whole rest of the lens kind of has fall off, so it's taking me some time getting used to how I frame and compose, thinking in terms of where do I want my sharpest point in the photograph, which I've been shooting my kids who have been really patient with me as subjects, also some landscape stuff. But when you're shooting that sucker wide open, center of the lens is going to be sharpest. The edges are going to have this kind of a lot of fall off, which has been fun, but also something to kind of consider when you're shooting with the lens. So far the experience has been pretty great, and I'm excited to get home and do some post work on some of the photos that I've shot and be able to share them with you soon. So nice lens, definitely creative inspiration happening with the lens. This analog vibe with my digital camera is definitely something that I'm appreciating, and kind of having some freeing ideas around how I use it relative to other types of lenses that I usually use on my SLR bodies. So it's been a cool experience, and I'm excited again to share some of this content with you. But in the field, it's been a real pleasure to work with, so I'm excited about that. All right, I'll be sharing content soon. Peace.